Film Freaks back. Imax, we get it in from intro to the climax. First in the theaters, last one to leave, yo. We don't jet till the credits done, best believe, bro. Make it a double feature if they don't make us leave, yo. And if the movie ushers get up on their heave, ho, we bounce from the Roxy, head down to the Ritz. First the John at the Horse, then we jet over the Fifth. Then we hit up 40th to grab a sip with our flick. Then we king and pressure it out, IMAX the whole shit. Might hit a Riverview on that early morning tip. Every movie is different, never know what you gonna get. Every theater different, never know where you gonna sit. All on bathroom breaks, never know what you gonna miss. It's the Film Freaks, West Philly cinematic connoisseurs. And now you know exactly what we dropping commas for. Yeah.
Yo, Film Freaks in the building, Bats, IMAX, you know how we do, man. It's still Horroctober, we doing our thing.
Yeah, man. One's been going good, bro.
Yo, man, I love it, man. You know I love horror movies like
that.
Yeah,
that's
my
the jump
bag
off.
right here,
right? Of
so
course.
We're gonna continue on with the Horroctober theme and give you and yours some of Bats and IMAX personal horror movie favorites. You know what I mean?
We've been back in the day with these, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, we've been watching horror movies for a long time, and this is going to give you an insight into how we get down with the horror flicks.
Staples, these are staples.
Actually, these are the things that scared the shit out of us.
Yeah.
Made us not be able to sleep at night, you know what I mean?
And this first John is no exception, man, because, you know, we don't want to pick on no hitchhikers after this one. You know what I'm saying?
This joint right here, this was like a cable classic back in the day.
Oh, yeah,
definitely a cable classic. So, y'all can check out the trailer for Creepshow 2.
Part 2.
And the Film Freaks will be right back.
Maybe you don't get out much.
Oh, this is crazy.
Come on, it's not so bad once you're in.
Or maybe you just have other things on your mind. But few like movies that will keep you stuck to your chair. Stephen King and George Romero have conjured up an all-new Creepshow just for you. Creepshow 2.
I mean, what is it?
I'm going to swim for it right now.
So don't just sit there. Walk.
One more step and blam!
Run.
That's impossible!
Swim if you have to.
I got you!
But whatever you do, don't take your time. Cause the scares come twice as quickly in
I beat you!
Creepshow 2.
That was Creepshow 2, 1987.
Yeah, man, that was directed by Michael Gorney, written by Stephen King, and George Romero and Lucille Fletcher.
Yo, this joint was crazy.
Yeah, man, it's one of them Johns.
Yeah, they had 3 different stories.
Okay.
Old Chief Woodenhead. That was the one with the Indian boy, the long hair. I'm gonna take this long hair and I'm gonna go to Hollywood and rub it between those women's legs. You know what I mean? He was a creep boy. He deserved everything he got in that joint right there, man. That boy was crazy. So you had Old Chief Woodenhead,
Right.
the Raft, and you had the Hitchhiker.
And wasn't she creeping?
Yeah, the John and the Hitchhiker, the
so
white.
there's a bunch of creeps in every episode.
Well, that's what happened, man. Because this was Creepshow 2. Yeah, part 1.
Yeah.
Part 1 had the boy Gordy in there.
Exactly.
Gordy, you lughead. He turned into the plant and everything. That comet landed and everything.
How about that?
Yeah, that was part 1. And then I guess they was successful with that, and then they did the part 2 or whatever like that. And it had your boy Tommy Savano as the creep in this joint.
Yeah, he was the creep boy.
A lot of y'all don't know, Tommy Savano is also one of the best makeup artists in horror movies in horror history. You know what I mean? He was one of the best. He did The Prowler. He did a lot of the Friday the 13th stuff.
Nice.
He did a lot of stuff, and he was also starred in Dusk Till Dawn. Remember the guy Sex Machine?
That's him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He started Sex Machine. He was in that. He's in Planet Terror. So he's definitely somebody to get to know.
He's OG in the game. He's OG.
Absolutely. This also starred George Kennedy, Dorothy Lamour, and Tommy Wright.
Right.
And this was awesome, man. I like this. This is almost like the Tales of the Dark Side type thing.
That's what I like.
Twilight Zone, Tales of the Dark Side, Tales from the Crypt.
Quick couple stories, in and out, real fast.
Yeah, bang bang chicken wing.
Bang
You know what I
bang
mean?
chicken wing. You know what I mean?
These joints was that work though.
Yeah.
And even as young boys, me and Tone got into horrors partly because we like horror movies,
right.
And the other part, when you were a young boy, horror movies were like the quickest way you get to see like an extra pair of tits on screen without getting in trouble. We couldn't watch porns.
We couldn't find them, you know.
So you get yourself a little horror flick and you get some boobage.
And the boy was a major creep boy feeling on the tip when she was asleep. That's the reason why she got checked out. See, that's when the creep show too.
Oh, it's Crazy Fishes, Bill Cosby. Boy,
yeah, Bill Cosby.
So, that was Creep Show 2, 1987.
Yes.
Horror classic.
All day.
Film Freaks, Horroctober. We're going to go into the next joint, which is Sleepaway Camp.
You don't want to go to this camp.
Nah, you don't want to go to camp. You want to go to camp after watching.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm playing a block this summer. I ain't going nowhere to cut.
Dear Mom and Dad, I've been at a sleepaway camp for almost 3 weeks. And I'm getting very scared.
Welcome to Sleepaway Camp. Someone is watching you.
Hey, Mama, read love.
Someone is waiting for you. Someone wants to scare you to death.
Turn the wheel! Oh my God!
Sleepaway Camp. You won't be coming home.
That was 1983's Sleepaway Camp.
Sheesh.
Sleepaway Camp, man.
Oh, man.
This right here, man, was straight bug out.
Supreme bug out. Supreme bug out joint right here.
If you ain't never seen Sleepaway Camp, check it out definitely. But I'm just gonna forewarn you, the ending will fuck your head up.
Yes.
Absolutely, man. This joint is crazy. Directed and written by Robert Helzig, starring Felissa Rose, Jonathan Tristan, and Karen Fields. And the director dedicated this film to his mother.
Nah, that's weird.
I don't know what that was about. Once you check this joint out, I don't know why anybody would would dedicate this to his mother.
That's probably a underlying meaning or something.
Some kind of Oedipus complex or something like that. This joint was a bug out. Like, this came in the midst of all of those like horror films. This is 83.
Right.
So Texas Chainsaw had already came out. Halloween had already came out. Nightmare on Elm Street had already, not Nightmare on Elm Street,
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th had already made it his appearance, and this got caught up in all, because there was a lot of movies like this that were just riding the horror slasher wave.
It was money making back then.
Damn right.
Major money.
Damn right. And so they got into the whole camp thing. Then when the camp thing got bothered, they started getting into the holidays, and they had April Fool's Day and Bloody Birthday and Silent Night, Deadly Night, and all of those type of films like that you can check out at your leisure. They pop. I still watch them. I got some on DVD. You can come by the crib, you check it out on Cinema Sunday. Oh, that's a whole nother thing right there. Yeah. But these joints was awesome, and this joint in particular, it actually had three of these.
It was?
Yeah.
I had to leave the first one.
Yeah, listen, a lot of people did, but there was a Sleepaway Camp 2 and a Sleepaway Camp 3, and so they had a little cult following going on with these right here, man.
I can imagine. I don't even want to know what part 2 had.
Listen, you ain't want to get involved with that. I ain't gonna spoil it for y'all, but it's a whole nother twist in part 2 and part 3. But this right here, yeah. This right here is that work right there, man. Cause this was that slasher era.
It's that era, damn.
You know what I mean? But you get bugged the frick out when you find out who the slasher is.
Yeah, it's not Jason. He's more the hockey man.
It ain't Jason, it ain't Jada Kiss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shit.
This bitch is right here, man. So check out Sleepaway Camp. It's Horroctober, the Film Freaks. gonna go into is a supreme classic.
Oh man.
Cujo.
Cujo.
You know what I mean? Mad dog.
I'm playing with these dogs in the street, man.
Man. Check out the trailer for Cujo. Film Freaks will be right back.
We calling Craig Pop on them niggas, yo.
Nothing that lives in the imagination is more frightening than the terror that lives in Castle Rock, Maine.
Cujo?
Cujo.
Can he get us in here? Can he eat his way in here? Can he?
Oh my God, I'm losing my baby.
From the novel by Stephen King, creator of Carrie and The Shining, comes a startling vision of fear.
Please, God, get me out of here.
Now there's a new name for terror. Cujo.
That was 1983's Cujo, directed by Louis Teague and written by Stephen King.
Yes, sir.
Starring Dee Wallace,
Yeah.
Daniel Hugh Kelly, and Danny Pintero.
Danny Pintero. Who is it?
Pintero. That was Danny. That was Tad, the little
Tad,
boy.
okay.
Tadpole.
Got it.
Tadpole, the little kid, whatever like that. You know what I mean? Now this was a straight bug out.
Yo, I don't play with no dogs in the street after this one, man. Watch out for the Cujos.
Listen, first time I saw this at my friend of mine's house, one of their girlfriend's houses, they put it on and I ain't paid no mind. I watched it and I went home. But then when I got home, like in my, adjacent to my yard, a friend of mine, not a friend of mine, he was a neighbor of ours. He had a German Shepherd or something like that. When I was sleeping, that German Shepherd started barking, scared the shit out of me.
Right. Man, that's why I was so effective back then, bro.
This joint was crazy, man, because it was a reality-based horror story. It wasn't like some crazy dude that escaped out of a psycho ward or some dude that died and came back to life. Like, this was a rabid dog that was attacking people.
Exactly.
That could totally freaking happen, you know what I mean? It's funny because the foam they used for Cujo's mouth was a mixture of egg whites and sugar.
Wow.
And the dog kept like licking it off and they kept trying to reapply it or whatever like that.
That's one of the reasons why that was so scary.
Yeah, all of that crap around his mouth and he was all bloody and he had all that stuff all over him and everything, all mangy and everything.
Yeah.
And they used 5 St. Bernards for this. 1 mechanical head and a guy in a dog suit for the whole production of this. You know what I mean?
That means they went all out for this one.
Yeah,
went all out.
Yeah, this was a good flick, man. And Stephen King wrote this, and he actually said he was so addicted to alcohol at the time and such a drunken stupor that he doesn't even remember writing Cujo.
I'll have what he's having.
Hey, cheers to AA. You know what I mean?
You're writing that classic material. Hey, put it to use. Why not? Shit.
But this was that dope, man.
Yeah, certified.
And you gotta have it in your collection. If you're a horror movie buff, you gotta have Cujo in your collection, man.
Gotta have it on deck. Yeah.
You know what I mean? This was vicious right here, man. You wasn't messing around with that dog.
He wasn't playing no games with nobody.
That's my dog. That's my dog. So that was Cujo. This is the Film Freaks. It's Horroctober.
Yes.
So we're gonna go into another classic from the 80s.
Oh yes.
One of my favorite joints, you know what I mean? I love to hate. You know what I mean? It's Carrie.
Carrie.
So check out the trailer for Carrie, and the Film Freaks will be right back. Crazy Carrie, crazy Carrie, crazy Carrie.
Crazy Carrie.
The night of the senior prom, the Bates High School gym is alive with excitement. Everybody is there, even Carrie White, the girl no one likes.
We're all sorry about this incident, Cassie.
It's Carrie!
And everyone makes fun of. The girl who lives in that creepy house with her crazy mother.
Help the sinning woman see the sin of her days and ways. Show her that if she had remained sinless, the curse of blood would never have come on her.
The girl with the strange power.
If I concentrate hard enough, I can move things.
But tonight, no one will laugh at Carrie.
You don't have a date to the prom next Friday. Would you like to go with me?
She's with the best-looking boy in the senior class.
He's trying to trick me again.
She'll be voted queen of the prom.
You know, I can make sure that you don't hurt Carrie White anymore.
For Carrie, it will be a dream come true. For everyone else, it will be a nightmare. Carrie. A new film by Brian De Palma. Based on the chilling bestseller. Starring Sissy Spacek, Piper Laurie, and introducing John Travolta in his first motion picture role. If you have a taste for terror, you have a date with Carrie.
That was a 1976 Brian De Palma classic, Carrie. You know what I mean? Dope shit.
Yeah, written by Lawrence D. Cohen and based on, of course, another Stephen King novel, bro. And stars Sissy Spacek, Piper Laurie. They both got nominated for Academy Awards for this joint.
Nancy Allen starred in this, and John Travolta, before he died and got resurrected by
came back like a whole nother game. Exactly.
But this was dope, man.
Oh,
and this is another one, just like Sleepaway Camp. I can't watch the ending of this.
And then, yo, what part?
The part where, because it ends, and that's not the whole prom scene. The whole prom, I can watch the prom scene. No, I can watch the prom scene eating a cheesesteak and just sipping the soda. That's nothing for me.
That's fine cuisine,
that's fine dining right there. That's easy. But the part at the very end where the girl is dreaming and she's going to like Carrie's house, where like at the Carrie's house is burnt down and everything, there's just like rocks and all that kind of stuff. And she went to go, I think she went to go like put a flower down or look at the grave or something, and then Carrie's hand comes up.
The hand.
And that music starts screaming, and she starts screaming and stuff. Yo, that part right there, I can't watch. It fucks my head up every single time.
Yeah, it's the lighting and the mystic, you know that whole
yeah. And it's like they got that real quiet type music, and then they come to with that demonic type stuff. Yo, that was crazy. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you.
Oh man, that shit echoes in my head, man.
This was a awesome flick, and it was dope because I mean, watching it as a young boy, it took you into that whole high school
right.
Because this is basically Stephen King based Carrie White's character on two girls that he went to high school with that were outcasts and everything like that.
Right. Okay.
Their mothers were probably like religious freaks and stuff like that, and it's real.
It's too real. It was, you know, the way he was fucking with Carrie and then the whole prom.
Crazy Carrie.
Crazy Carrie like that, man.
But that's the way high school is, man. You meet a lot of them. I remember a lot of chicks we went to high school with was like little shut-ins and stuff like that, and they turned out to be crazy.
Yeah, totally. And we learned from Carrie too, because we ain't mess around with it.
Nah. You can't mess around with the crazy girls, man. You gotta be nice to the crazy ones.
They may let you out of the gym at the prom.
Nah, he's cool. Let him go. She ain't let nobody go.
She trapped everybody.
Yeah, she ain't let nobody go. Everybody got the business.
Yeah,
like,
y'all, you gonna get this work. Y'all gonna get this work.
So, Carrie was definitely that dope. Definitely one of the hottest.
Brian De Palma doing another fantastic job.
Brian De Palma, one of the best that ever did it. And I mean, definitely did his thing with this joint right here. Carrie, 1976, man. I love it. Horroctober, baby. I'm loving it.
Yo, because we gonna so many scary times. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, we going in though, man. We got a whole lot of stuff going on, man. So we gonna go into the next one of my personal favorites.
And you just put me on.
Put Tone on.
I just watched it for the
I just
heard of it last week. We were talking about it. He was like, "Now I gotta watch it."
Yeah. So we gonna go into the trailer for Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, and the Film Freaks will be right back.
Yeah.
Tonight on the CBS Saturday Night Movies, this gentleman saved this little girl's life, but they accused him of harming her.
We'll do this ourselves.
And he was tragically murdered. Now, one by one, the men of this town are dying. Who is his avenger? Is it the dead man's grief-stricken mother?
They killed my boy!
The little girl who loved him?
I know what you did to Baba.
Or could it be the Scarecrow? Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, coming up next.
That was the 1981 Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, directed by Frank Di Felitta. Starring Charles Durnin, Robert Lyons, and Claude Earl Jones. What do you think about this, man? Tone just saw it. I gotta ask his opinion on it as a film freak and as a horror buff.
This is a certified old school classic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I could put it. Great plot, had me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
And what they do is they lay out who gonna get it in the beginning. It's like an old school classic. Who gonna get that work from the very beginning, and it's so satisfying watching them get it. You know what I'm saying? That's the best part. It was satisfying.
This John right here, I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about this because I watched. This was a CBS special. It came out October of 1981, and I watched it with my family. My whole family watched it.
Right.
Cause back in the day, everybody had a TV in their room.
Either we all watch it or we don't watch it.
You ain't watching nothing, you know what I mean? So everybody sat in the living room and watched TV. So we watched Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. So I watched it, went upstairs, go to sleep. I was like 5 at the time, and my Uncle Mike thought it'd be funny to take, cause scarecrows wear little scarecrow hats and stuff like that. He thought it'd be funny because he had this little sombrero down in my grandma's living room. So he thought it would be funny to take the sombrero, take the hat, put it on a pile of clothes, and throw it on my bed.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm half asleep to watch this fucking Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. You know what I mean?
He wasn't playing with nobody.
Nah, he wasn't joking with nobody. So I'm asleep, and he comes in and he throws the hat and the pile of clothes on the bed, says the Scarecrow. And I ran out of the fucking room and ran down the hallway, and I couldn't make the turn to go down the steps. So I ran into the bathroom and everything, man, and my grandma cursed him out over it and everything like that.
That's hilarious, though.
Listen, but that's how scary this joint was for me back then. And then once I got into collecting films, I had to get it.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, I had to get it because this is one of the classics that you're not gonna see on TV. You're not gonna see it on cable. You ain't even gonna get this on Netflix.
I never even heard of it before you mentioned.
Well, it was originally supposed to be a full-length film.
Okay.
But CBS bought the rights to it and they adapted it to television. But they really didn't change too much as far as the script was concerned.
It was effective, bro. That joint
This joint right here. And the boy Charles Durnin, he did all his own stunts.
Oh, that's the boy that jumped on the grave and he did the flying jump. Oh, man.
He did all his own stunts in this joint. So this is.
You get a shout out for that, man. You went hard, man.
that was the mailman.
He was rocking that joint like a cop outfit.
He was out of pocket rocking that.
He's a fake cop, man. See, that's what I'm thinking about these old school horror flicks. It's like an old school movie. You get to see it. You know how these people was acting.
Yeah, all that.
Man.
Yeah, that was definitely a dope flick to check out. Shot in 17 days. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. You gotta check it out. If you don't know what it is and you want to check it out, hit the Film Freaks up, man. We might can have a Dark Knight of the Scarecrow screening.
That be bugged out. Bugged out.
So y'all hit us up, let us know. You know what I mean? This is what we doing out here, man.
Setting them up,
line them up. So we gonna go into the next one, which is a favorite for me and Tone.
Oh yeah, this is a classic.
Classic material right here. So we're gonna go into the trailer for The Shining, and the Film Freaks will be right back. Red Rum.
We had up here during the winter of 1970. Hired a man named Charles Grady as the winter caretaker. And from what I've been told, I mean, he seemed like a completely normal individual. But at some point during the winter, he must have suffered some kind of a complete mental breakdown. He ran amok and killed his family with an axe.
Well, you can rest assured, Mr. Ullman, that's not going to happen with me.
That's right.
Mom, do you really want to go and live in that hotel for the winter?
Sure I do. It'll be lots of fun.
The only thing that can get a bit trying up here during the winter is the tremendous sense of isolation.
Is there something bad here?
I fear you will have to deal with this matter in the harshest possible way.
I believe that I killed you and Danny.
You did this to me. Didn't you?
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains. Here's Johnny.
Yes, sir. That was the classic 1980 flick, The Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick, written by Kubrick and Diane Johnson, based on the Stephen King novel.
And this starred out Jack Nicholson,
yes,
Shelley Duvall, Danny Lloyd, and Scatman Crothers.
Scatman Crothers. He was shining on him, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Then Danny Lloyd, was it the little boy?
Yeah, he was
Red Rum. Yo, this was awesome, man.
Oh man,
but it was Kubrick. How can you go wrong?
Kubrick setting up every shot. Everything's on purpose. That fucking rug in the hotel, I don't even like the rugs in that pattern. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you. If you ever watch this, watch it. But they also had that documentary. What was that? Room 237.
Right.
That's an awesome thing to watch. After you watch The Shining, watch that documentary. It'll give you a whole new insight on The Shining and what Kubrick was trying to do, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, supreme, man.
This was like, this was Oscar-worthy horror.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was like psychological terror.
Yeah. Like this was something that could really like with the whole Cujo thing. This was real. This wasn't some axe murderer that died and came back to life. This was real. This is you stuck in a house with your girl for a season.
They tried to get very real.
Who wouldn't go crazy?
Sheesh.
Yeah, I mean, all work, no play make Jack a dull boy. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy because, you know, Nicholson and Duvall both said this is one of the hardest roles of their career. You know,
but I heard Kubrick, he grounded Duvall up to a fine powder. Like,
gave her the business.
Like, she was under some heavy, intense acting training under this gentleman. You know what I mean? And
but that was Kubrick trying to make her disheveled for the role.
Yeah, because that's what she was. She was shocked. Like, you watch. I mean, a lot of people say they didn't like her performance in there, but like she was visibly shook in this joint. And the young boy, he was in his bag.
He was in his bag.
You know what I mean? And Nicholson. Yo, did you know that if you watch this, there's the part where Jack Nicholson, he's chasing after his wife, and he gets an axe and he's chopping down the door.
Classic scene.
That was the Here's Johnny scene.
Here's Johnny.
Didn't Kubrick he wanted to take that, he didn't want to use it.
He ain't from overseas. He didn't know who Johnny even was. He was when he brought through the scene, like, who's Johnny?
Yeah.
Not even knowing what the classic.
He didn't know that line was going to be classic like that.
Epic,
but
you know what I mean?
Nicholson did his own thing, ad-libbed it, and it became one of the classic cinema lines. You know what I mean?
All time.
Definitely. But Jack Nicholson was a volunteer firefighter.
Oh, so that's why he looked so easy.
Yeah, so
he had form. He had a professional form.
He was like this.
Yo, that's actually one of my favorite when the camera follows his rod with the shot.
The camera work in this is awesome.
Kubrick at his finest.
The camera work in this from the part where like he was trying to get into, I think it was like the cooler or something like that, and he was like the camera was like facing
right up under him, right.
From the axe scene, from the scene in the maze where he's chasing Danny.
You know
what I mean?
And did you know that maze was made of 900 tons of salt and styrofoam.
Wow.
So you would think it was all snow. There was no snow involved. That shit was all special. Not even special effect. It was
just real effects. Real effects. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that was dope, man. The Shining is definitely at work. There was some scary, crazy little twins standing in the hallway.
Twins still scary to this day. Like, yo, it set so many standards up, man.
Remember when they was drinking and he thought he was at that bar talking to the dude, and the dude was trying to tell him, like, yeah, I mean, they're trying to get a nigger involved. Jack Nicholson, a nigger? Yo, that was a bugged out movie, man.
I forget about that part.
Yo, cause it was bugged out, cause it was all those little parts where he kept talking, he kept hallucinating all of those different things and stuff like that, like he had been there before. You know what I mean?
And I guess that was the ill part of the ending.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Picture
The ending is some bugged out stuff, man. So you gotta check. Yo, anything by Kubrick you gotta check out, but you gotta check out The Shining. Here's The Shining.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, you gotta shout out Stephen King. He the MVP of the episode.
Yeah. He did almost everything. He wrote this and the novel. So Stephen King is tearing things up, man. So that's another episode of Horroctober for the Film Freaks. Bats and Imax classics. So what we doing, man? We got Stand Up at the Movie is coming.
Stand Up at the Movies is
coming, and they're doing a screening of Night of the Living Dead. Now, if you watch the other episodes of the classics, we were just talking about Night of the Living Dead. So the Film Freaks will be in the building. Pearl Theater, October 28th.
Yes.
Stand Up at the Movies is a pre-screening of Night of the Living Dead.
The original black and white.
The original black on the big screen.
On the big screen, get it all in splendor, you know what I'm saying?
So you can check it all out. This is what we do up in here, you know what I mean? So check out the Film Freaks on Facebook, facebook.com/Freaks for Films. Check us out on YouTube. Search us, The Film Freaks. And we here, man. We doing this, man. We still got Horroctober popping.
Still got special guests coming through.
You scared?
I'm chilling now, but we in the building.
Yo, he gonna be shitting bricks.
Grew up with these guys. I know how they get down. They some crazy guys,
man. Stay tuned for the Film Freaks and the Horroctober. We got that work coming for y'all, man. So stay tuned. Like us, love us, subscribe. Bats, Imax, Film Freaks.
Film Freaks, Bats, IMAX, we get it in from intro to the climax. First in the theaters, last one to leave, yo. We don't jet till the credits done, best believe, bro. Make it a double feature if they don't make us leave, yo. And if the movie ushers get up on their heave, ho, we bounce from the Roxy, head down to the Ritz. First the John at Divorce, then we jet over the 5th. Then we hit up 40th to grab a sip with our flick. Then we king and press it out, IMAX the whole shit. Might hit a Riverview on that early morning tip. Every movie is different, never know what you gonna get. Every theater different, never know where you gonna sit. All them bathroom breaks, never know what you gonna miss. It's the Film Freaks, West Philly cinematic connoisseurs. And now you know exactly what we dropping commas for. Yeah.